Hello everyone and welcome to Photo Finds. I'm your host, Gavin Hatch. I hope everyone had a fun and safe 4th of July, and I'm so glad to be back. I spent the last week and a half in Southern California for Disneyland's 60th anniversary and also spent a day at Universal Studios Hollywood. Before we went over to the West Coast, I was able to enjoy the first evening of SeaWorld Orlando's Summer Nights event. Now this year, they are introducing an all-new Celebrate America concert series. The night I was there, Trick Pony was performing. Now, in past years, the concerts have been taking place outside at Bayside Stadium, but this year they are taking place inside the Nautilus Theater. The concert was only about 45 minutes in length, and the band performed twice that evening. For fans of Trick Pony, band merchandise was available to purchase at the front of the theater, and members of the group were signing merchandise for guests after the show. Now, I personally am not a follower of Trick Pony, but it was a very fun and lively show, and everyone in the audience was having such a great time. The Celebrate America concert series is on Saturdays and Sundays till August 9th. Outside the Nautilus Theater, I got some shots of the construction walls in place at what will soon be the main entrance to SeaWorld's newest and largest attraction. Mako is set to open next year and will be 4,760 feet long and feature a 200-foot drop at the top speed of 73 miles per hour and be located in the back of the park. SeaWorld does a really good job with roller coasters. Manta is my absolute favorite roller coaster. Now, the best part of SeaWorld's Summer Nights is Light Up the Night. This is a Shamu show, and it is a special nighttime Shamu show that premiered last year and made a return this season. If you have not seen this in person, I highly recommend it. It has amazing music that you can actually purchase in the App Store. The fun starts before the show even begins. There's an MC who gets the crowd excited and on their feet with a cool dance pre-show party where you try to match the dance moves shown on the giant screen. The dance moves are based on the different decades starting from the 1950s all the way up to the 2000s, so make sure you get there early. The finale of the show has a lot of great pyrotechnics. Now, the very next day, we left for Cali and spent multiple days at Disneyland Resort and exploring Southern California. Now, I was really happy to see that the resort spared no expense when it came to decor all over the property. Coming into Disney's California Adventure, the Carthay Circle restaurant was decorated with large diamonds, and at night, the whole building lit up and sparkled. One of my favorite parades is in California Adventure. The Pixar Play Parade has been around since 2008 and over the years has advertised new Pixar films. Recently, a pre-parade entertainment offering was added with the main characters from Inside Out. The float is big and has lots of cool details, and the characters were puppets instead of costume performers actually. I got to see Inside Out while in Hollywood and it was really good, so if you have not seen it yet, go check it out. Once the parade started, I liked seeing that the first float was changed in honor of the 60th anniversary, as you can see here. Leaving Disney's California Adventure, I noticed Oswald the Lucky Rabbit doing meet and greets at the entrance of the park with guests. Oswald was one of Walt's first creations when he did work for Universal Pictures in the 1920s and 30s. Walt Disney eventually separated from the project and went on to create Mickey Mouse, losing the rights to Oswald. In 2006, Disney gained control to the rights for Oswald, and since then he's been featured around the parks in merchandise, but this is my first time I've seen him in person doing meet and greets. To my knowledge, he is not found at Walt Disney World for a meeting, yet. Right across from California Adventure is the original Magic Kingdom. Disneyland Park, of course, is also decorated for the 60th anniversary. Now, I thought it was really interesting, and I kind of like that Disneyland does not use any of the Magic Band technology or My Disney Experience systems found in the East Coast parks. They actually still use paper tickets, fast passes, and even do hand stamps for those coming back into the park that day. Now, as you walk down Main Street, USA, you will find that Sleeping Beauty Castle is definitely a little bit smaller than Cinderella Castle in Florida, but it is still very beautiful and was decorated, of course, for the 60th, and at nighttime, I think it looks even better. Now, when you visit the park, make sure you stop in and grab a drink at the Starbucks on Main Street. It was in here that we found a hidden gem on a bookshelf in the seating area. On one of those shelves, look for this box and feel free to open it. You will find it full of notes and letters from guests and cast members that took time to write about their day and experiences at the Disneyland Resort. Now, we spent about an hour of our evening reading all these notes in here, and it was really amazing. But next time you're on Main Street in Disneyland, feel free to leave a note yourself. Now, there are lots of little things that make Disneyland feel very different from Disney World. Walking around the park, you will still find construction walls, but in Disneyland they are disguised as plants, which I thought was really cool, as you can see here in front of Peter Pan's flight that was closed during our visit. During the day in the parks, you will find some limited time PhotoPass opportunities for the 60th. Each park has 2 photo ops that look like you were photoshopped into the picture, but instead, you're just standing on markers in front of a backdrop, and these are the results. It's a lot of fun, and of course, no additional cost if you have your own camera. A PhotoPass photographer is there during the day to assist and take pictures for you. Now let's head over to Hollywood and take a look around Universal Studios. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter is set to open in the West Coast Park in spring of next year, and from the pictures you can see it looks like it's almost done. The addition to Universal Hollywood was announced in 2011, and last summer Harry Potter opened in Universal Studios Japan, so it would make Universal Hollywood the 3rd park to receive the themed area. Unlike its sister park in Florida, it will only feature Hogsmeade and not Diagon Alley. Here's a look at Hogwarts Castle, that just like Japan and Florida, will be home to the very popular Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey attraction. Earlier this year, the city of Springfield was opened, and even though it's very similar to the one found in Florida, it does have some things that are missing on the East Coast. For example, in Hollywood they have Stu's Disco, the Springfield Nuclear Power Plant, the Springfield Police Station, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and the Springfield Prison, which you can see Sideshow Bob is actually escaping from, which I thought was a really cool thing. Now, because of the very dry heat that California gets in the summer, I noticed that they have what they call cool zones around the park. These fans blow mist into the air and it felt great, so I thought this was a pretty neat thing to have, and I would like to see this used here in Florida. Something else you only find in the California park is at the attractions. You can see here that if there is no wait, it actually says it outside the ride. In Florida, if there is no wait, it will read 5 minutes. Well, I sure had a great time, but I'm glad to be back. Again, I hope everyone had a great 4th of July, and until next time, please make sure that you get out, have fun, and enjoy the parks.